A monk named Marine faces an impossible accusation. He could prove his innocence with a single sentence. Instead, he chooses to say these 5 words: I have sinned, forgive me. And because of this, they kick him out of the monastery, cast him out for doing nothing wrong. His reputation is completely destroyed, even though he is completely innocent. And what is this impossible crime he's accused of? Why does he refuse to defend himself when one simple sentence could save him? After getting removed from the monastery, Marine lives in poverty. He sleeps on rocky ground, surviving only through the kindness of nearby shepherds. All of this to protect his one secret, a secret that he refuses to tell anybody. What secret could possibly be worth all of this suffering? One day, as Marine wandered among the shepherds, a figure appeared to him in the distance. The man approached him slowly, cradling something in his arms, a baby. And without a word, this mysterious figure places the baby in Marine's hands, and the mysterious man walks away and disappears. Marine stares at the child, already starving, already suffering, now holding a helpless infant. What choice did he have? Despite having nothing, no food, no shelter, no means, he held the baby up close. And in that moment, the disgraced monk became apparent. But whose child was this? Why give it to Marine of all people? Among the shepherds, Marine raises the child. The boy grows up and becomes a monk himself, following in the footsteps of the only parent he's ever known. Then after 40 quiet years, Marine falls ill and he dies. Meanwhile, the monks who kicked him out were now preparing his body for burial. And as they begin to remove the worn robes from his body, they discover something that will haunt them forever. Marine isn't a man at all. She never was. Her true name is Marina. And when the monks realize that she is a woman, they all cry out saying, God have mercy. The monastery leader weeps, understanding what he has done. But why? Why hide her gender for an entire lifetime? What could she possibly gain from keeping such a secret? Let me take you back to the very beginning. Marina was born into wealth. Her father could give her the world. Everything seemed to be going well for them. But in the shadows, her dad was planning something devastating for her life. Then came the day that her dad revealed his plan to her. I'm going to become a monk, he says, and you will be married. Marina had just reached an age of marriage, and her father waited, raising her until he could hand her off to a husband, and so he himself could escape to the monastery. And his plan was finally ready, but Marina refused. She was not having any of it. Why would you save your own soul and destroy mine? She tells him. She wanted to join the monastery too. What do you want me to do? Her dad says to her. You're a woman. Only men could become monks. But she was determined. And so she found a way to pretend to be a man for the rest of her life. Hair fell to the floor as she cut it short. Men's clothes replaced her dress. Even her name changed. Her father, seeing her determination, didn't stop her, and they entered into the monastery together. But maintaining her disguise required constant vigilance. She wore baggy clothes, she kept her hair short, but there was one small problem, and that was her voice, which remained feminine. How did she fool everyone about her voice? Well, the monks believed that her gentle voice came from spending so much time in prayer. They thought it made him remarkably peaceful, and so her deception continued. She fooled everybody for years, until that fateful accusation threatened to expose everything. One day, the monastery leader sent Marina off to run errands in town. The journey was going to take several days, and so Marina booked a room at a local inn. And months after returning from her journey, angry shouting shattered the monastery's peace. The innkeeper arrives and he's furious. He blames Marina for doing something unthinkable. And she knew that telling the truth would prove her innocence instantly, but revealing it would destroy everything. She would lose her life as a monk for deceiving them that she was a man, and she might even face death. And so she kept silent, and she accepted the punishment for something that was impossible for her to do. But what really happened that night at the inn? A soldier there committed a terrible crime against the innkeeper's daughter. And before leaving, the soldier warned the daughter, saying, "If anybody asks you what happened here tonight, blame the monk who's also staying here." And so there it is, the impossible crime that Marina is accused of. She is accused of fathering a child. The man who left the baby with Marina in exile, that was the innkeeper himself. Marina, a woman, took the blame for something only a man could do. She raised a child that wasn't hers for years. She endured years of disgrace, and she died with her secret intact. All because speaking the truth could have cost her the only life she ever wanted, a life devoted to God. And when the monks finally understood Marina's sacrifice, they fell to their knees and they all cried. She lived as a man. She died as a mystery. And 1600 years later, we remember her today as the great saint, Marina, the monk.